What's happening, my ballers? How you all doing? My name is Derek Asamoah and welcome to Ask the Pro, the show that aims to answer all your footballing questions. And today's question or today's topic is about football agents. I've been getting a lot of questions by you guys about football agent. Do you actually need one? What is a football agent? Who do football agents work for? Are they bad agents? Are they good agents? Do you actually need one before you can become a professional footballer? All these questions, I'm going to try my best to answer it for you. And in another video, I will be talking about my own personal experiences with football agents and what I really feel about them personally. So make sure you stick around for that. So I hope you really enjoyed this video and get some value out of it. And if you could like it, comment on it. Any other questions you want to ask about football agent, and make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and I will be making more videos like this. So guys, let's get into it. So what is a football agent? A football agent is basically someone, in a simple terms, is someone who looks after your best interest, the player. So they will go out and look for work for you. They will go out and look for clubs for you. And if you have a club, they will come in and negotiate a contract to get the best possible deal for you as a player. That's their main job of an agent, is to represent you, the player, and get the best deal out there for you. Just like any other job, when you're looking for a job, you go to an agent, they find you a job. When you get the job, they get a commission. That's how football agents work. They work on commissions as well. There's a lot more things that football agents do, but I don't want to get into it because it will get too complicated. For example, they can get you brand deals, they can do all sorts of other things for you, but I want to keep it nice and simple. Their main job of a football agent is to look after you, the player, find you a club, try and get the best deal possible for you. So that's their main job. Guys, how do football agents earn their money? Football agents can earn their money through many streams, okay? But the main three ways that football agents earn their money is either through the player, the football club, or a combination of both. So I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'm just going to give you the basics because it will get messy and it get way too complicated. So let's start with the first one, the player paying the agent, okay? So when you sign with an agent, you sign a contract with them. So in that contract, it might say that you have to pay the agent 5% of your wages, or sometimes even 10% of your wages. So you have to be really careful when you read the contract and make sure it's something that you agree with. For example, if you agree that your agent, your representative who works for you, will get 10% of your wages, if you earn £100,000 a month, then your agent is entitled to what? £10,000 every single month. So guys, the second way an agent can earn his money is through a club transfer fee. So the agent will earn his money when you move to another club. For example, if you get sold for £100,000 and the contract stipulates that the agent receives 10%, the club can cover it through the transfer fee. The agent can get a commission of £10,000, the 10%, okay? That's why you see a lot of agents, that's why you see a lot of agents pushing for transfer for their players, to better their players and to better themselves as well, because they need to eat as well, they need to get paid. So the second way the agent can earn his money is through transfer fees, through the club's transfer fee. So the third way that agent earns money is through a football club. Even though the agent is working for you, he can also work for a football club. For example, if you want to transfer to Manchester United, Manchester United can approach your agent and speak to him and say, do you know what, we like your player and we like him to join Manchester United. Can you make it happen? So the agent will be working for you and Manchester United, but you have to agree to that. But it can benefit both. Manchester United can incentivize the agent, say, if you bring us X player, instead of paying these 10% commission, we will pay 5% of it, and you can pay 5% of it. So it works in both. It works in your favor and it works in the club's favor. At the end of the day, what can you do? It's how you feel about it. If you trust your agent enough, then you can say, do you know what, you can represent both me and the football club. But if you don't, then I guess you can tell him how you feel. Like I said, there's loads of different ways that agents can earn money, but these are the three main ways that agents earn money: through the player, through the club transfer fee, or through the player and the football club. So the next question I get on this topic is, do you actually need a football agent to become a professional player? And the straight answer is no, you don't need an agent to become a professional player. You can become a professional player on your own. You don't need an agent to go and sort out your deal for you. You can do it all by yourself. As long as you educate yourself and you possibly have a lawyer, or you know what's going on in regards to contracts, in regards to stuff like that. You do your homework and you do your research. But the bottom line is you do not need an agent to become a professional footballer. It's all through hard work, perseverance. If you're good enough, you will get your opportunity. If you're good enough, clubs will give you a contract, with or without an agent. So no, you don't need an agent to become a professional footballer. You just need to work hard, put yourself in a shop window whenever you're playing games, whenever you have matches, whenever you're training, you're working at your maximum, so that maybe a scout from a club will look at you and recommend you to a club that way. Is it advisable to have one? I would say probably it's advisable to have an agent, because sometimes an agent can be the difference between you getting a deal and you not getting a deal. And at the same time, the agent can be the difference to you not getting a deal for no fault of your own, but a fault of theirs. I would advise that you get one, especially if you need a break, because sometimes you just need someone fighting your corner for you. Sometimes you just need someone, do you know what I mean, pushing you, selling you. Do you know what I mean? Like a salesman, just needing to go out there and sell you. Especially if the agent's got good contact with clubs, he can literally push you towards them. You can literally sell you. You can literally, you know what I mean, salesman, just fill their head with fill the club's head with whatever they want to hear, and make you more attractive to the club. So you can do it without one, but I would advise that you do get an agent. If you can, you do get a football agent. They're really important, and they can help you get where you want to be. But like I always said, it really depends on you and how hard you work at the end of the day, because there's only so much the agent can do. But if you're not performing, then you know what I mean. So guys, the next question on the topic of agent is, can the agent work for both the club and the player? And the simple answer is yes, the agent can work for both the player and the club. I know what you're saying, there could be a conflict of interest, and you're right to think that, because at the end of the day, you don't know who the agent is loyal to more. Is the agent more loyal to the club, or is the agent more loyal to the player? And I can't answer that. You know what I mean? That's why you have to have a personal relationship with your agent. All right. So, for example, if the club wants to offer you a contract, if the agent's not got the player's best interest, he can negotiate the contract to favour the football club, to save the football club's money or whatever. But if the agent is more loyal to the player, then he can get a better deal for the player and a worse deal for the club. But it can work you can go straight down the middle as well. You can be a really good agent and just get the best deal for both the club and the player. But it just depends, really. It just depends. It's a really sticky situation to be in, and sometimes the agent, if he's not a good person, will just go with whatever works best for him. If the club promises him something, if he gets the deal done, you don't know what goes behind closed doors. You need to choose your agents well, especially if he's working for the club you're playing for and representing you as well. And in weird cases, the agent can represent the club, the football manager, and yourself. So it could be a great position to be in. It could work for you, and it could also work against you. But it's how it plays out, really. What would you want? Would you be comfortable with your agent working for the football club, your agent working for you, and an agent working for the manager as well? It could be a great thing, or it could work against you, like I said. How would you feel? Would you be comfortable with that? How would I feel? Would I be comfortable with that? I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe it depends. Really, it depends on my relationship with the agent, if I can trust him or not. But it's personal, really. It's how you feel. The question is, are they bad agents? And of course, that's life. There's good people, there's bad people. There's people that want to steal from you, and there's people that want to work for you. There's people that want to do good to you, and there's people that want to do bad to you. It's just the same thing as a football agent. Same thing comes back again, is what sort of relationship you have with the agent. Because at the end of the day, it can be just business only. You don't have personal relationship with him. he just gets a good deal for you, and that's it. Okay, that's his job. He's done his job. No phone calls, hey, how you doing, or nothing. It's just purely business. Okay, but sometimes agent can be really, really bad. All right, they could, money talks at the end of the day. Money is the root of all evil, and sometimes money outweighs loyalty. Do you know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but that's just the way the world goes. Okay, that's why I keep stressing it's very important you get to know the agents on a personal level. You get to know the agent at a deep level. Okay, because the agent could be the difference between you having a successful career and you having a bad career. All right, so you really have to trust the agent. And like I said, there's bad ones, there's good ones, there's amazing ones, there's just normal ones. It just depends who you trust, really. There's been multiple times where agents have ruined footballers' careers and stuff. They've done deals that they shouldn't have done. They've cheated players out their money and stuff. A player could be doing well and comfortable at a certain club. He'd rather send you to a different club where they're more likely to line up his pocket better for him, and you have the worst deal. You go to a club that you didn't really want to go to, because at the end of the day, he's the one representing you. He's the one doing the talking for you, just so that he can make money. So yes, there is bad agents. There's very bad agents out there, but at the same time, as many bad agents there are, they're really good agents as well. So the next question, how do you know if an agent is bad? It's a very difficult question, and I've had my share of bad agents. And what's the telltale sign that an agent is bad? I don't know, because they're very crafty. They're good at what they do. They're good at their job. They're good at convincing you. You know what I mean? Even though they're working for you, they use the same analytic, the same technique to wind you in to get to work for you, and they use the same technique to get you clubs. So they're very good at manipulation and getting you to do certain things. So there are little signs that you can see. That does he pick up your phone calls when you call him? Does he check up on you? Does he call you after games? Like I said, depends what sort of relationship you have with him. If you have a good relationship with him where you sign a long-term contract with him and you expect him to do these things and he's not doing it, like he doesn't come to your games, or he doesn't call you, he only calls you when you're having great games, or he only calls you when you're doing well, and he checks up on you when you're doing well, that could be a great sign that he's not really for you. I'm not saying that he has to call you every day or no, I say even once in a while to check up or why you're not doing so well, or even advise you on things you can do, or even come in and speak to the manager on your behalf and see what's going on. Little things like that can show if it's a bad agent or not, but it's very difficult to tell if someone, it's either very obvious or it's not, because some agents just don't care about their players. Another telltale sign is how many players they have in their books. Like, if a single agent has like 200 players in their books, you're going to be very, no matter how good he is, you're not going to get that personal experience with him. So it might be better to go with a smaller agent who is up and coming. But if your agent has 200, 300 players, then it's going to be very hard for them to have that personal relationship with you. So that's another sign. If the agent has too many players, your gut feeling is always right. And my gut feelings have been always right about certain agents. Is how you talk to them, look them in the eye and see if they're coming from an honest place. I know it's hard to do, but sometimes you get that gut feeling that this guy is only after money, or this guy is only after his own interest. This guy's gonna mess up my career or something like that. But you just have to use your own intuition and see when you do meet these agents. Sometimes you have no choice but to go with a certain agent because that's the only choice you have. But at the same time, you just have to be wary and just have your thinking hat on, and just be careful out there who you interact with. And the next thing I really want to talk about is a lot of players rely on their agents to get them deals, rely on their agents to sort out contracts for them, rely on their agents to do loads of stuff, that they forget that they are responsible for their own career. The agent can only do so much for you, you understand? But if you're not putting in the performance and you're not working hard and you expect your agent to work miracles, it's not going to happen. Yes, sometimes they can work miracles, because I've seen players absolutely still living out of the game that are not even half as good. Why? Because they have a super agent, or they have a great agent. I've seen some deals happen that I'm like, what the hell? The agent can manipulate stuff. The agent, like, there's loads of tricks to the trade the agent can do. Do you know what I mean? The agent can, he's like a salesman. A good salesman can sell you a broken car and you take it away happy. It's like the same with players. A good agent can sell a player to a club, and the club, before the club know it, they'll be like, how the hell did we sign this player? Do you know what I mean? So an agent can work miracles that way, but 9 out of 10 times you have to put in the work, okay? If your agent's not calling you because you're playing rubbish, it's not his fault, okay? Yes, he should have a courtesy to give you a call to see if you're okay, but don't expect calls like, oh, this agent's terrible, he never calls me. And when he does call you, when you started banging it, don't be like, oh, where was you when I wasn't doing well? And don't take it personal. That's what I want you to take out of this. Don't take it personal when your agent don't call you, or just let your football do the work. And before you know it, he'll be calling you, yo, so-and-so club are interested in you because you put in the work, okay? That's all I'm saying. Don't expect your agent to work miracles for you. Just be about your business, be about your work rate, be about putting yourself in the shop window, and the agent can like put the icing on the cake. Like, instead of £10,000 a week, maybe the agent can negotiate and do his little magic and earn you £30,000 a week. That's how it works. I'll go into my situation, how I used agent, in another video. But sometimes you can sell yourself. If you go out there, if you're playing, for example, in League 2 and you bank 30 goals this season, and you don't need a super agent to get you a transfer. You've done all the hard work. You've banged in 30 goals in a season. You're going to get clubs from the Premier League coming to you. You're going to get clubs from the Championship coming to you. You're going to even get clubs from Europe coming to you to see, who's this guy that's just scored 30 goals in League 2 or even in non-league? Who's this guy? Okay, so you've literally sold yourself, but an agent can help you get the best deal possible. But at the end of the day, you have to put in the work to put yourself in the shop window, okay? Don't expect the agents to work miracles. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. But to conclude it, I just want to speak on what a good agent's responsibility are. A good agent should always put his player first, no matter what, in every circumstance. A good agent will always put you first. They'll never put their finance first, because at the end of the day, if you guys work together, the money will come, all right? So a good agent should not be forcing moves upon you just so he can line up his pocket. And it happens so many times. That's bad, all right? A good agent will always listen to his player, listen to what his needs are, listen to how he's feeling, do what's right by him. Whatever problems you're having in life, your agent should be the person you call to maybe arrange for you to see if you're depressed, to see a specialist, if you're feeling a certain way, to make sure if you're injured, if you're getting the best possible treatment. He should be doing all those stuff. A good agent will go out there and get the best possible deal for his client, right? No matter if he earns money or if he doesn't earn money. I've got negative stories about agents and I've got positive stories about agents, which I'll do in another video. But a good agent should always put his player first, 100% of the time, and the money will come after. You understand? The money will always come. Just work with the player. Don't try and cheat the player. That's really bad. Don't try and cheat the player. Work together, and together you'll be able to achieve more. If you try and cheat the player, you're only cheating yourself, and it'll always catch up to you. A good agent is hard to find, but when you do get one, trust me, there's nothing better than having a good agent that's actually working for you. So guys, I'm going to end this video. I hope you got some value from this video. If there's any other questions you want to know about football agents, or even in football in general, please leave in the comments or follow me on my Insta or Facebook, Derek.Asamoah, and send me a DM. I'll try and answer it in the comments, or if I can't, I will make another video to try and advise you the best of my ability. These are just my advice, my personal opinion. Everyone's opinion on the subject can be totally different. Somebody can have a totally different outlook on everything I've said, which is fine. This is just how I feel as a professional footballer, just how I feel about the subject. So hope you got some value with it. If you did, please like the video. Like I said, leave comments on your questions, and make sure if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. and turn on that notification, because the next video I make might be a video you need to see that will help you on your footballing journey. Yeah, so thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next